What is going on, guys? The Electric Infamous here, and how y'all doing today? But anyways, I just previously did a video, but this is gonna be a different video now for with Dying Light 2 mainly. Um, this is gonna be my impressions video and no really review really because I'm not really good at reviews. So bear with me here. But anyways, what I really think about Dying Light 2 specifically, I think it's a very good sequel to the first Dying Light. I mean, I really enjoyed Dying Light 1 for the most part because of the fact that, it was different from that of, the Dead Island games, but they all part of the same type of gameplay aesthetic and fighting gameplay aesthetic. I think that's what makes these games so very well enjoyable. But I think what really makes these games even more stand out, in my personal opinion, of course, I'm going to stand by that, is that, there's not a lot of zombie games out there. And I really think that, when you think about zombie games, I really think that other than Dying Light or Dying Light 2 or the Dead Island games, I mean, there have been other zombie games as well. You have Days Gone, which is a PS4 exclusive, obviously, but it's an amazing game. I love that game. I thought that game was really terrific. I really liked the way how they did the storyline and at the plot twist that the game definitely had, especially when it came to the secret ending of Days Gone. But another thing that what I like about Dying Light 2 specifically, though, now and then we're going to go back to the Dying Light because the only reason why I mentioned Days Gone is because it's an overworld zombie game, and that's why I'm talking about zombie games specifically and Dead Island or Dying Light, but mostly it's about Dying Light. So, anyways, like I said, I'm veering a little bit off topic here. So, what I really think about what Dying Light 2 did a little bit better than the first one is the gameplay mechanics, especially when it comes to the jumping or the parkour. And so, I think the parkour definitely really helped the Dying Light 2 a little bit more than the first Dying Light. The first Dying Light had the ranking up system, like the survivor skills or whatever. Um, Dying Light 2 doesn't have that, but I think it's a good thing that Dying Light 2 avoided that type of thing because of the fact that I really just think that Dying Light 2 did a better job in terms of its parkour gameplay aesthetics and the way how they're just better entwined in terms of the parkour, in terms of the gameplay, and that's where the gameplay and the parkour are mechanics are somewhat combined. And I really like the way how they did that. And what really makes Dying Light 2 a little bit more standout than the first one as well is the fact that it has the paraglider. Okay, the paraglider really definitely changes the tone in terms of traversal. I do believe that Dying Light 1 had some really good traversal, but it didn't have the paratrooper, obviously, because you got to understand Dying Light 1 was the very first next generation of game, you know, rendering and all that type of specifics. But in terms of Dying Light 2, though, I really think that they did a really good job to where, you know, the sound, the graphics quality, everything of what they did from what made Dying Light 1 the best of both worlds.
Wasn't going down without a fight.
And so that's what I truly think. I mean, now, granted, yes, you might have a different opinion or your own points of view, but even still, they're just amazing games. It's like, they're very, yes, they are going to be somewhat different, but they are made by an amazing company, Techland. And you really have to give Techland so much credit for making these games, especially during the pandemic that we are still going through. But even still, you have to really give these companies a lot of credit. So that's another thing that I'm very happy about this game specifically as well. And I just really think that it's very important to know that, these companies have put in their heart and soul into these games and making them possible for the gamer's eye. we know what we want in terms of what games that we want to play. And I really thoroughly believe that. I really, really do. I'm trying to figure this out here. But yeah, but other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about this because and another thing though too about Dying Light 2, I really think that it just does so many things a little bit better than from what the first one did. But but for what the first one did in terms of the gameplay style and the parkour style, it's definitely amped up in Dying Light 2. There's no question about it. And I think that's what makes Dying Light 2 even more enjoyable. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that Dying Light 1 wasn't amazing or enjoyable. It was. It's just Dying Light 2 refined everything to what the first one did. And that's what I truly think about Dying Light 2 so far. I'm on New Game Plus too as well. And so, it's kind of hard to fathom to where how far gaming has gone to. It's evolved so much for the past many years. And we have the PlayStation 5 now, we have the Xbox Series X, and it's just amazing of what these consoles are capable of in terms of the graphics quality, in terms of the video quality, and yeah, it's amazing of what they have done. It really is. So, but yeah, but anyways, to much further ado, I thought I'd just share this video real quick. This will be on my channel as well. So, but anyways, this is Electric Infamous here, and I will chat with you guys later, and have a good one.